As I look at the news, I am so comforted that I have been preparing for emergencies. The pandemic showed me that you can see things coming, yet be oblivious of the effects of certain events with no way to predict what will happen. Anything can happen, as it did with the George Floyd riots. It happened on top of the pandemic. All of a sudden, the buses weren't running, there was a curfew, it wasn't safe to go out even during the day. Businesses were being set on fire right next to apartment buildings when people were living in them. If you didn't already have toilet paper, medicine, or food, you were in a bit of a pickle. Hurricane Helene just happened, and folks who thought they were preppers are now saying that there was no way to prepare for a storm of that magnitude. You cannot bug into a structure which is being washed away, quite literally. This makes me think of the bug-out bag I have for fast evacuation in a fire or something else. It is light and easy to carry along with my cat and his kit bag. Even if you have nothing else, you will be better off if you have a small bug-out bag. This is why we prepare, to make our own lives easier. If we take care of ourselves, then others won't have to take care of us instead of themselves. Things can happen even if you are out walking: blisters, getting lost, wildfire or other fire, the temperature drops, a thunderstorm comes out of nowhere, you twist an ankle or something worse. Since I care about my fellow humans, I have compiled a list of things that would be a good start for a go or bug-out bag in disguise as a hiking or day bag. If you decide to go out for a walk or hike, having as many or as little of these things along would be helpful when life throws you a loop. I have tried to include things most people already have or are low cost or obtainable at thrift shops. Remember, you carry what you bring. I wonder how many people this can reach before another catastrophic event does. Please like, subscribe, and share. Let others know your love and care. Whether you're hiking, walking, or need to evacuate your home quickly, a lightweight, well-stocked go bag can be a lifesaver. Start with baby steps, and soon you will be prepared. Things to include in a lightweight walking, hiking, everyday bag. 1. A single-walled metal water bottle with water in it, for obvious reasons. Please subscribe to the channel for the follow-up video on 7 things to do with an aluminum water bottle. You can survive 2 weeks without food, but only 3 days without water. If you have the funds, water purification tablets are also a good addition. Keep them dry in a Ziploc bag. 2. Keep your Band-Aids dry in a Ziploc bag for blisters and small scratches. I have often gotten blisters on my feet when I switched to new shoes. I've even gotten them on the bottoms of my feet when walking barefoot over long distances on a hot day. Dress shoes can cause blisters too, so you don't need to be hiking in the woods to get one. Remember, even the smallest injuries can become a problem quickly. 3. A mirror for signaling if lost. Mirrored sunglasses will also work, as well as providing eye protection from the sun. A simple mirror can be a lifesaver to signal for help. The key is to create a bright flash that can be seen for miles. Aim the mirror at your hand and find the reflection of the sun. Then slowly move your hand until the reflected light hits your target. With practice, you can signal aircraft or rescuers from miles away. 4. Sweater, emergency poncho, socks, change of underwear in Ziploc bags, in case you're lost or too far from a toilet. Hypothermia can set in quickly, even in mild weather if you get wet. Change your socks if you start to sweat or if they get wet, so they don't draw heat from your core. If you set a schedule to change your socks every 4 hours, you can keep your feet warm and dry. Chapter 5. Multi-purpose protection. A scarf, bandana, or even a simple mask can serve multiple purposes in a survival situation. Use it to protect your face from the sun, wind, or dust. It can also be used as a bandage, a wipe, or even a water filter in a pinch. 6. Cheaters, magnifying glass to start emergency fires or see things more clearly. Always make sure you are not in a red flag warning before starting a fire. It provides warmth, light, and a way to cook food or boil water for safe drinking. Pack a magnifying glass or a pair of cheaters if you use them to read. These can be used to start a fire using the sun's rays. Angle the lens to focus the sunlight onto a small pile of dry tinder, like leaves or pine needles. I-7. Pocket knife, Swiss Army knife, multi-tool. Many uses depending on how many functions it has. Choose one you can afford, preferably with a sharp blade, a saw, a can opener, and a screwdriver, or use what you already have until another comes along. I like to have one with a hollow corkscrew for opening wine on a picnic or at home. From survival in the wild to everyday urban use, a multi-tool or pocket knife is always good to have on hand. 8. Matches and a lighter in a Ziploc bag. To start a fire to keep warm, to signal rescuers, boil water in your metal water bottle. Store your matches in a waterproof container to ensure they stay dry, even if you get caught in a downpour. 9. Facial tissue pack for toilet tissue. Even in an urban setting, there is always a chance of not having toilet paper, especially in a public toilet in a park. It's not glamorous, but it's a practical necessity. As the pandemic taught us, people won't want to share their toilet tissue. Remember to dispose of it properly in the trash or bury your waste when finished. 10. Mace for attackers, human or animal. Packing a small can of mace or pepper spray can give you an extra layer of protection if you find yourself in a threatening situation. Use it to deter attackers, both human and animal. If you keep your bug-out bag accessible by the bedside, you will always know where your mace is if you don't keep it on your keychain. 11. Ice contact sheet in a Ziploc bag to help those who may rescue you to get you home. In case of an emergency, it's crucial to have your vital information readily available. Photocopy your ID, passport, and keep it alongside a copy of a utility bill and insurance policy numbers. Other documents can be a paper copy of emergency contacts along with your name, address, phone number, medications you may be on, and your doctor's contact information. Keep it dry and seal it in a Ziploc bag. Some first responders have even recommended that you have a permanent marker to be able to write your name, birth date, phone number, and address on your own body if you are in danger of losing consciousness. If you have a pet, having a picture of yourself with your pet can help identify both of you in a crisis. 12. Pencil and paper for thoughts or messages. For making a literal paper trail and communicating. Use them to leave messages for rescuers. Mark your trail. Make a simple map to document where you have been so you can find your way back. 13. Bring an umbrella. Use it to shield yourself from the rain and the sun. It can even be used in conjunction with an emergency poncho to make an improvised shelter. 14. Granola bar or other small high-protein snack in case of hunger. A high-calorie snack with lots of protein can provide a much-needed energy boost if you're stranded or lost. Pack something that's non-perishable, lightweight, and easy to eat on the go. Remember, you can only survive 2 weeks without food. 15. A lightweight tarp, waterproof poncho or emergency blanket, and some paracord. This can be used with an umbrella to create a makeshift shelter. Or you can make one all by itself with some paracord and a little knowledge. Paracord is always useful for shelters, tripods, or hanging wet things to dry. Now you have 15 items for your everyday walking bag. Stay calm and walk on. Please like, subscribe, and share. Show others your love and care. Thank you for watching. If you have any other suggestions, please put them in the comments. Next blog post: 7 uses for a free aluminum water bottle.